Matt Riddle. How are you doing, my friend?
I'm pretty good. The King of Bros is doing very well today. How are you?
No one ever asks me that. I'm doing all right, thank you very much. I never get that back.
Really?
Yeah, that's not true. Well, it kind of is true at the same time.
They just don't do it in interviews.
No, they don't. Exactly. They're on camera, so screw this guy.
Before the interview, once the interview starts, they're like, it's all about me.
And that's kind of true as well. That's
I'm
what
different. You know what the thing is? I get interviewed so much. A lot of times I usually ask the person that's interviewing me questions because most people know a lot about me, so it's pointless.
That's true. What would you like to talk about? I was going to talk to you about, making the transition to wrestling, all that kind of stuff. But we don't have to talk about that if you don't want.
I mean, I've answered that question a couple hundred times.
I can imagine.
But it's been easy, as you can tell. I'm here in England, Germany, all over the world wrestling. It's been very good. Very good.
That's what I do want to talk to you about, because every time I hear your name come up, it's always followed by, he's probably taken to pro wrestling better than anybody in history. Now, how do you deal with that? Because that to me sounds like, obviously it's very complimentary and it shows how good you are, but do you ever think, oh my gosh, I got a lot to live up to?
Yeah, but I'm one of those guys, like even when I fought in the UFC, I got into the UFC when I was 21 years old with no pro fights.
That's
and
crazy.
I stayed there for 6 years, and even in pro wrestling, just going over from UFC, already had a lot of eyes on me. And I think the more pressure that's on me to perform and do better, the better I do, Just like in fights, the more people in the crowd, the more eyes, the millions watching, makes me better, makes you stronger. Instead of, a lot of people panic, choke, some say. I kind of do the opposite, it kind of like fuels me, fires me up.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I think that's fair enough, because you've been now pretty damn successful in two very competitive and demanding worlds. Yeah. So are you running out of goals? Surely you're achieving all your goals very quickly.
Yeah, I always have goals. So, like right now, I won the Ambition title this past weekend. I'm the Progress Atlas champion. I'm wrestling for all the biggest companies, best companies in the world. WhatCulture Pro Wrestling, 16 Carat. I'm everywhere. I think the biggest thing to me is just to become so valuable on the indies that I'm undeniable. And I think I'm on my way, I would say I'm a more jacked, better looking Chris Hero. In the making. I'm not at his level yet. Chris Hero is awesome. He's amazing.
I like that.
Chris is awesome. It's his song. But at the same time, I think when he went to the E, I think he left a spot, and I think I'm feeling it, and I think I'm going to feel it and probably feel it a little better.
I like that.
Nothing against him, but I think
that's what you're going to do.
That's what I'm going to do.
And you're kind of maybe planting a seeds here for something down the line. Who knows? This could be it. This could be where the feud begins, and I'll always be able to tell people I was there. I was holding the damn microphone.
That's right. Oh no. Yeah. Right? Cash is oh no.
Is there anybody else on the indie scene you'd like to face that you haven't faced? I know you get asked that all the time, but I genuinely would like to know.
There's a lot of people I haven't faced yet that I would like to face, but it's hard to put them. There's always the big names like a Kenny Omega or something like that, but they're with New Japan. But luckily for me in England, I get to run into the imports there. The New Japan guys, the Ring of Honor guys, because I work more with WWN and Evolve and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But this year I've already got Shibata. I would like a rematch. He did beat me, I think, and I think I could have beat him. But I think just staying busy. That's the biggest thing. And there's so much up-and-coming talent that hasn't been recognized yet.
Yeah.
And it takes a guy like me or a guy like Ricochet or Will Ospreay to put him on that forefront, to put him on that, front page. And they're like, oh, this guy's really good, and he gets his push. That's what Hero, Zach, and all the guys that Evolve did with me. And now I'm in this position, and I think it's only fair that I do the same back.
Absolutely. I think that's a lovely attitude to have.
Yeah.
What about long term? Everyone obviously, would say, do you want to go to WWE? But obviously there's more options than that in 2017. Like you said, you brought up Japan, or you can stay on the indies now and make a very good living, like the Young Bucks and all that kind of stuff. So ultimately, where would you like to end up?
Honestly, I'm happy where I'm at right now. I like the indies. I manage myself. I negotiate everything myself. The promoters are really flexible. The biggest thing with me with working for a bigger company like WWE is they really like to, and it's nothing against them, but they really like to pull back your creativity and put their own creativity in there. And it reminds me of if I made a movie, if I wrote a movie and, MGM or whatever, one of the big movie companies wanted to use it, and then they wanted to change a bunch of my shit in my movie. Be f***ing pissed, right?
It's your movie.
This is my fucking movie every weekend. I am the action star of my movie, and these motherfuckers want to change my moves and everything I'm gonna do. Fuck that. It's like, this is my art. So to me, where I'm at is perfect, and I'm not saying there is no chance of WWE or New Japan, especially New Japan. You know, I feel like my style works better with theirs, but I think the biggest thing is creativity. And right now on the indies, I can be as creative as I want. I can wrestle anybody I want. I can wrestle anywhere I want at any time, you know. And the best part is I can fucking do whatever I want. I can say what I want.
You can.
Be who I want.
You can, yeah.
And you know, I can't do that some places. And right there, that's enough to say no to a bigger check to me.
I totally agree. And you can literally write a movie now if you want to as well. Like, no one's stopping you doing that.
You know what? Nobody's telling me to do it either.
Well, I'll tell you, right? I'll write with you. It can be about a dog. A dog that becomes a professional wrestler. That's never been done.
We could write a movie about a dog that ran away from home, then was found by his owners, and then the new owner that found the dog won't give the dog back. Because that's my life right now. I lost my dog. I found my dog, and the new owner won't give it back to me.
Legitimately.
And don't get me started.
No, we won't.
That's just one movie. I got a bunch.
Well, you know, we're leaving. I don't want you to give too many of your movie ideas away. They'll get stolen.
I hope they do. And they make them into shitty blockbusters.
Exactly. You make all the
Michael
money.
Bay, a bunch of explosions.
No, I can't say that. It's bad on camera. Matt Riddle, thank you very much for your time.
Hey, thank you.
And good luck with everything going forward.
Appreciate it, man. Thank you.
Anytime.